It's really hard to explain this to you on camera, but you've got to get my cookbook and you've got to dive into it because this recipe is got so much substance and food culture to it. Every recipe in my cookbook has a story and where I learnt this and who taught it to me, and this just brings me to my knees every time I make it and eat it. And we have it most days, don't we, guys?
Absolutely.
Like, we have it most days, and the hotter you go, the hotter you go. It's up to you. So really, really interesting and really simple ingredients. You're going to absolutely adore this, and I encourage you to make it to the fiery heat of the consistency that you want. It's a condiment. It's not something you eat on its own. It really is something that you have with rice and veggies, and it's what's really unique about this incredible dish, and I will show you this as I make it, is it's using the seasoning in your hands, which is super cool. So you're going to need lemongrass, and you're going to peel back the actual kind of fibrous parts of the lemongrass so you get to nice soft bits, and you want to cut that really thinly, as thin as you can.
The whole thing is?
Well, actually, I'm not going to use the whole thing because it gets too fibrous up here, so I'm going to stop right there and leave that for another time. It's cool, right? So I've got some lemongrass, kaffir lime leaves. I've had these in the freezer, which is super cool, and you can put yours in the freezer too. I'm just going to take out the stem, just like that.
How long can you put the kaffir lime?
Oh, they've been in there in a plastic bag for a long time. So yeah, so if you buy some, when you make this dish, and I really hope you do, and the full recipe is in my cookbook, you buy the kaffir lime leaves in a container. And what I do is I take them out of the container and put them in a Ziploc bag, and they're in there. And look at them, they're fine. That came out of the freezer, and they've probably been there for 4 months, 3 months, like a long time. I rolled that leaf up. Have a look at this. So just rolling it up nice and tight with my little leaf with my big fingers. And as thin as possible, okay? And just slowly, if you're not confident with a knife, just run your knife through and then run your knife through again, just by doing this. Okay, so that's the second ingredient. Now we're going to have some shallots. And shallots are just beautiful. And these are really, really tiny little ones. And if you can't get shallots, you can use 1/4 of an onion. And if you can get shallots, and they're much bigger than this, just use 1 or 1.5. Because I know in some countries they're about this big. Thinly as possible. Chili. Now, have a look in here. Check out all these chilies. Which ones? We're going hot, aren't we? We like it hot, don't we?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, so I don't want these long kind of capsicum-y chilies that don't have much heat. These are fiery as anything. So I'm going to go with these ones, and I think 1. 1. Slice them up. You're probably thinking to yourself, what the hell do I serve this glory with? Well, you know, you're gonna need a little bit of salt, just a little, and a little bit of pepper, just a tiny bit of salt, but more so the pepper than anything. And it goes straight into the bowl with that slice of lime. Have a look down in here, and this is where the stories come out in the cookbook, because I've been writing about how I learnt this. So coconut oil, and then you're going to get your fingers and you're going to squish, and then you're going to get the lime and squeeze the lime into it, and then just do this. Do not rub your eyes or your private parts, for God's sake. True, right?
That's true.
Enough chili?
We can do more chilies.
Oh, we can do more chilies, right? And this is the gift right now. Oh,
Coconut.
oh, just fragrant. And it's always done with the hands, right? And this is how we eat Sambal Matah, which is super, super cool. We take a little bit of it and we put it on the edge of our meal and we eat it, seriously, with our hands. We take some rice, we put some sambal there, we take some greens, and we scoop it up. And then this is the shovel, the thumb. I know, then it goes like this. Our hands don't touch your mouth. True, right? Mm. Oh my God. Now I just want to eat it all. No, really. Every recipe in the cookbook has a story, and this was taught to me by many mothers around Indonesia. And it's a privilege to stand in front of you in your kitchen at home. And throughout the cookbook has so many different stories and so many different food cultures, and this is one of them. And I'm so proud to stand here in front of you. And if you don't like eating with your hands and you're feeling awkward, turn me off. Just turn it off. But I sit on many floors around Indonesia and have this wonderful relationship with people that allow me into their homes and their kitchens. And this is what I've learned. Click the link below.